Behind the Himalayan mountains, surrounded by harsh weather conditions, barren hills and isolated lands, there lays a magical and majestic Dolpa. Dolpa might be a bit far. Conditions might be a little inhospitable. It might be windy and dry, and it might be a laborious trek to reach there. But the beauty of the place is mesmerizing. Dolpa lies in Karnali zone, and with the area of 7,889 square kilometers, it is the largest district of Nepal, covering 5.36% of the total landmass of the country. The district borders Tibet on the north and northeast, and its elevation ranges from 1,525 to 7,625 meters above sea level. Landscape of Dolpa is uncommon, and when you come across this serene, say Phoksundo lake, you are totally taken aback. Its location, its surrounding, its calmness, its aura, its presence, its deep blue water. There's simply no answer to its beauty. It is simply stunning. Phoksundo Lake is the deepest lake in Nepal, and it is the deepest lake of high altitude. Its depth is 145 meters or 476 feet, and it is located at an altitude of 3,611.5 meters. Another attraction of this place is the 11th century Shey Gompa. It lies at the base of Crystal Mountain. This Gompa is an esteemed pilgrimage of the Buddhists. Every year, hundreds of pilgrims come and make a circuit of the crystal peak. Beauty of the place is surpassed by none, but due to the harsh living conditions, few people live here and not many travel in these areas. As a result, the people of Dolpa are part of a very unique and isolated culture found in a specific pocket of northern Nepal. This is a land where life still revolves around horses, mules, and yaks. People still wear traditional attire and jewelry, and the remains of the dead are given to wild vultures. This sacred land carries sacred beliefs, and even today, much of Dolpa is restricted area for tourists. Your trip to Dolpa starts from Kathmandu. First of all, you need to take a flight to Nepalganj. There are daily flights to Nepalganj from Kathmandu, and it takes about 55 minutes. Nepalganj is hot and humid, so it's advisable to take rest in a hotel or a lodge. To get to Dolpa, you need to take an early morning flight to Raja Airport of Jufal. Weather in Jufal is a bit harsh, so the flights need to take off by 10 a.m. The flight time is nearly about 35 minutes, but mostly it is cancelled due to bad weather. If you get lucky and your flight takes off, then you can start your trek of Upper Dolpa from Jufal. But if in case your flight is cancelled, then it is advisable to take a flight to Jumla rather than wait for the weather to improve. Jumla is a neighboring district of Dolpa. There are daily flights to Jumla Airport. Weather is better here and you will reach Jumla in half an hour. From Jumla, it takes 5 days trek on foot to reach Dunai, district headquarters of Dolpa. Once you reach Jumla, it is better to rest for a day and have a wander about of the marketplace Khalanga, which is the headquarters of Jumla. Khalanga has a well-stocked marketplace. Here, you can buy fresh food and vegetables for your trekking. You can also find Kala Marsi, a local patented type of rice which is very famous for medical purposes. It is famous because it is grown in the highest altitude of the world. Brahmins and Kshatris are the major inhabitants of this place, and apple farming is one of the major livelihoods of Jumla people. The plants of Jumla are completely organic, as Jumla is declared to be a chemical-free district.
Bye-bye Jumla, bye-bye!
Your first day's trek starts from Khalanga, which is at altitude of 2,347 meters. The destination Manisangu is at the height of 2,770 meters and it is nearly about 9 hours journey. The road follows Tila River upstream. There are many wide valleys, fields, villages and water mills on the way. The road is mostly horizontal, but there are inclines in between. The trekking trail is smooth. Mountain biking is a possibility here and it can be a memorable journey for the adventure seekers.
कतिको भोक लाग्यो साथीहरु?
अस्ति भोक लाग्यो मैले 3 चोटी सारे थप्याको थपै छु.
Guchichor is a place where you can have lunch for day 1. It is a broad valley at the bottom of mountains full of pine trees. The ground is more or less flat with gentle slopes. It might sound a bit strange, but the place and the location does look perfect for a golf course. First day's camping site, Manisangu, is a well-populated village with the availability of hotels and lodges. The second day's trail starting from Manisangu is a motorable road. To reach the day's destination, you need to cross Mori Pass, which is at 3,913 meters height. Before the pass, the walk is gentle, and just before you start the steady climb, you will come across a village called Chotro. You can have your lunch in here. Steady climb for 3 hours will take you to the top Morikot. The track is mostly made of mud and dirt with lots of vegetations around. From here onwards, Dolpa district starts. When going down from Morikot, the road is horizontal at first and then declines steeply. Total of 9 hours of walk and you will reach your camping site Nauligot, a small settlement with a couple animal farms and hotels.
लामो भए पनि लामो दिन भयो रमाइलो भयो भाइ
उता ल ल उतापट्टि छ
अनि भाइलाई कस्तो भयो म पनि ठिकै छ जस आज सबै टिम राम्रै आइपुगे भेरी गुड Hello, good morning.
Good morning, namaste.
Mauligot is situated at the height of 3,553 meters, and you need to descend to reach to your third day's destination, which is Kaigao. Through the day, the road goes both up and downhill. There are forests all along the way. There are flowers of different colors by the road. These bring freshness to your 8 hours of long walk. For lunch, you can stop at Chaurigot, and after a whole day's walk, you will see your campsite for the day, Kaigao, from the far. Kaigao is at the altitude of 2,600 meters. It's a lovely village with a river running from in between the village. Surrounded by green hills and healthy environment, Kaigao will refresh you for a hard pass you need to make the next day. This village is relatively big and has schools and police outposts. Dolpa is famous for one very interesting medical plant, the Yarsa Gumba. If you are lucky, you can find it with the local traders. Yarsa Gumba is an exotic half plant, half animal that is considered a powerful aphrodisiac. Every year in May to June, the Phoksundo National Park opens its doors to the seekers of Yarsa Gumba. Local villagers travel in droves to great heights to seek this elusive plant that is only found in high altitudes under specific weather conditions. The economy of Dolpa leans heavily on Yarsa Gumba, called simply the insect by the locals and Himalayan Viagra by its enthusiasts. The fourth day of trek is one of the hardest. You will be walking for 11 hours and you have to cross 2 passes of 3,308 meters and 3,841 meters high.
Morning.
सर कतिको थाक्नु भयो त
छैन भर्खर सुरुवात भएको छ कहाँ थाक्नुहुन्छ अहिले
रमाइलो भइरहेछ
गुड भेरी गुड अब 1 घण्टा माथि पुगेपछि बल्ल आराम गर्ने हो
The road goes steeply uphill from Kaigao up to a height of 3,308 meters. We can cross the steep incline after climbing for a little more than 2 hours. On top of the hill are a couple of tents where milk and a few basic provisions are available. The next stretch of road is full of steep inclines and declines coming one after the other. There are dense forests on both sides. After following such a road for 4 hours, we arrive at the end called Balagna at a height of 3,841 meters. From Balagna, the road declines steeply up to the village of Ghodakhor. It is the first village after Kaigao. There are many diverging roads on this day, and one needs a detailed map or knowledgeable guide to negotiate the road. After completing your longest day of trek, you will reach Liku.
ल बहिनी रमाइलो म त साथी रमाइलो हो आजको दिन पनि भाइ
morning, you start your trek towards Dunai, headquarters of Dolpa. A motorable road is being constructed from Liku to Tripurakot. From Liku, the road goes steeply downhill first and then straight through the construction. For lunch, you stop at Tripurakot. This is a village blessed with a rare 24-hour electricity a day. The vegetation decreases from Liku to Tripurakot and then completely vanishes from Tripurakot onwards. Water is scarce from Tripurakot onwards, so you need to be careful with it. Six hours walk from Tripurakot and you will reach Dunai. People here will make you feel welcomed. As mentioned earlier, Dunai is the headquarters of Dolpa. It is a densely populated town with electricity, communication facility and schools. You will mostly find Brahmins and Kshatris here, and once you start your journey towards Upper Dolpa, you will come across Sherpa people. There are comfortable hotels and lodges here in Dunai.